Hello everyone and welcome to my page once again. It's me, Madeline from Messages from Venus. Okay, so what you see here is things that you will need for the new moon ritual. Now, I've been doing this ritual for a couple of months. And if you guys have seen my video in regards to the 5 decks that I would not be able to live without challenge done by Kelly Bear, you guys will see the decks that I use for myself and only for myself, right? Now, I won't be in this ritual. I'm gonna call it a spell, because this is a spell for myself. In this spell, I've been doing it for a couple of months. I've only decided to use the decks and give myself an opportunity to read for myself during the full moon and the new moon with specific decks that I only use for myself, like last month sometime. I kid you not. So this is what I've been working with and it's worked for me, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys what you need. I'm not going to do it in front of you, but I'm going to walk you through what's on top of the table. First of all, if you are a witch, you know that these are my pre-made ritual ingredients. So I have the ingredients that I will dress my candle that I use for spirit energy, the candle that I use for love energy, the candle that I use for protection, the candle that I use for health, and the candle that I use for money over here. Yes, this is a little extensive, I think, but it works. So what I did was I put in ingredients. I'm not going to tell you guys what ingredients I put, but I put in my ingredients and I put oil. I don't know if you guys can see, it's moving. And I put oil, grapeseed and sunflower oil is my thing, really, and or both of them together included within the mixture. And I'm going to show you guys one by one. And that is the mixture. I've consecrated, I've charged it. I will do the next video where I explain to you guys how to charge your stuff. Tea light candles are perfect for that, but I'll show you guys in the other video, because tonight I'll be, I'll be doing videos like crazy. Then this is the money one. The money that's in here, you guys, I'm going to tell you that the money that's in here, everything else is other ingredients, but oh my god, I'm so bad at recording. But the money that's in here is fake. It's those fake bills that you can get like at Party City for throwing a party. Currency, that's what's in here. If you're not want to burn your own money, which I've done before and I've had no issue, but I am going to use the fake money because it's worked for me the past 2 times that I've done it. Now, I used to prepare the ritual. I used to prepare each one of these, or each one of these herbs, for each one of the sections of my life the same day of the spell. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just put it together. I'm going to charge it. It'll stay in darkness for a couple of days and it'll be very powerful. And in fact, it is. Then, after you have created your mixtures, which I'm going to assume you will create these mixtures. Just moving my camera a little bit so that I can see better. But I'm going to assume that you've created these mixtures a couple of days before the new moon. You can do a ritual like this or a spell like this for the full moon. Doesn't matter. It is your prerogative. I don't care. I'm just letting you guys know what I use and what I do. Then you're going to need a plate, because this is where your burning candles are going to be. You're going to need a mirror. I practice hoodoo. I love everything, and so I have this cardboard looking ish paper. You can use whatever paper you like. Of course, a lighter. I use either a black pen or pencil, whatever is flows my boat that day. Florida water. This is Florida water that I've created for myself. So I know what's in here. And that's that. I don't know if I said if you need a mirror. You guys, you need a consecration tool. I don't know if there's like a specific name for this in witchcraft, but I use this to write on my candles, or to make holes on the 7-day candles that I'm going to be using, or that I'm going to be using for that spell, or for another spell, blah blah blah. You guys know what I'm saying. So it's been consecrated for months now. I've had it for about a year already, I think. Oh my gosh, no, I'm bugging now. Since like last summer. Is that a year already? I don't know. I think I bought it like, or no, or maybe I bought it, I don't know. Sometime last year I bought this. And I bought this at Deals, by the way. Then you're going to need your candles. And I'm going to go through the candles. So I have a candle which is pink. I know this doesn't look pink. It probably looks white. But if you guys... Alright, so maybe there. I know it looks white, but it's off pink, and it's a taper candle. You can use a 7-day candle and get all of these colors, get different colors, and let them leave them burning for 7 days. I choose not to do that. I think the taper candles for me it's just perfect. It doesn't matter. The pink candle for me represents the energy of the goddess. For this ritual, I include the energy of the goddess and God. So the energy of the goddess for me is the pink unconditional love vibration. That's divine consciousness. This is actually white. Yeah, it has a whole bunch of other colors, but that's because I've left them open, mixed with other colors, which is no good, but I don't care because I've usually used the white taper candles for this ritual. So the white represents the God energy, or the representation of God within my ritual. This, I hope you guys can see, it is a purple taper candle, and this represents the energy of all spirits, of all balanced spirits. This one right here. Okay, first of all, the reason why I use a God and Goddess, I include both God and Goddess in my ritual, is because a lot of people tend to leave the divine masculine energy out of their rituals, and the new moon allows me to be more aligned and more open to the success and abundance of everything, of all aspects of my life, as I align myself with God and Goddess. Always have to respect. And when I say God and Goddess, I'm not just saying only the God and the goddesses that I work with. No, it's a way of me respecting all gods, all goddesses. This is just the energy. Then spirit is purple. Is the purple light. It represents psychic energy, intuition, and this candle to me represents the doorway to allowing spirits that would like to communicate with me to have an easier way to communicate with me, because the new moon is exactly that, is a new phase, and you're supposed to be letting in new facets of your life. However, now that 5 planets are going retrograde, or are in retrograde, you have to see how they affect you in your chart. Then I have the black candle, which is also a taper candle, and it represents protection. So protection of evil eye, protection of imbalanced energies, protection in my everyday life, no accidents, blah, 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 blah. Now, the red candle represents love, unconditional love, the frequency of all types of love, whether that love be with friendship, your parents, your everything, any type of love. But the red candle will allow that energy to be balanced and flowing in your life. These 2 candles are tinier than the other taper candles. It doesn't matter, you guys. If you get stuck on, oh, they all need to be the same size, they all need to look the same, you're just jeopardizing your own spell work, okay? It doesn't matter. Stick with the colors. It's already done. Whatever you want to do is already done, and you have to have that confidence. Now, The green, I know this doesn't look green, but there's a lot of noise in the background because my little brother just went to the kitchen. So, the green candle represents abundance, material abundance, like money, anything that has to do with money, raises, new contracts in your life. If you're running your own businesses, which I know most of us run our own business, this candle will open the doors for more business, material wealth. And the blue candle, which a lot of people use for good communication, balances of communication, throat chakra, etc., etc. I use it to represent health. Some people will say, well, you know what? The color of red represents health more than the color blue. Whatever rocks your boat, it doesn't matter. Make sure that the colors resonate with you when you're doing the spell work. That's imperative. Besides the fact that you need confidence, you need to know what the colors mean to you. And what aspect of your life these colors mean to you. Maybe red to you does not mean love, and it means more of like health. Maybe black to you, you don't want to include black. Maybe white to you should be protection. And maybe you don't want to use pink, or you want to use purple. It doesn't matter, you guys. It's whatever you want to do. This is just what I use. Now, these taper candles are not like the 7-day velas or velones that I have right here, where you can just, cleanse the outside with holy water, with Florida water, with oils, or protective oils outside like this, not even dressing them, but outside, so that you can cleanse them of whatever energy they have. They're different because they don't have a glass like this, but it doesn't mean you don't clean your candles. You have to be clean and organized when you're doing spell work. That's my opinion, but I mean, if you want to be disorganized, you go right ahead. If that works for you, doesn't matter. So what you want to do is you want to, first of all, spray some holy water, Florida water in your hands. And you want to touch the candles, right? You want to touch them. And I know you're going to say like, oh my gosh, but those are taper candles. It's going to cause a problem. The more you touch them, and it's just like a little bit of water, or maybe you can sprinkle the water on top if you don't want to touch them. But the more you touch them, the more you give it that frequency, the better your spell work will be. So you can rub them like this. If you don't want to use Florida water or any water substance to cleanse your candles, you can use your own hands and speak to them. When you're doing that, this is all before you even dress the candle. So when you're doing that, you can speak to the candle, and let the candle know, like, I want more spirits to come in through the door. I want more communication with spirits, blah, 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 blah. Whatever color coordination you have going on, speak to that candle and tell the candle what you want it to do. Now, after the candles are being cleaned, let them dry off for a little bit, however, or let them get whatever energy you gave them. Before you even write on them, start writing your petition. You guys want to have your petition, or asking of your prayer. You can get prayers from, the Bible, whatever, any holy scripture, you can get it, or you can write your own affirmations. Have it written down because you want to recite it before you put it under the plate. Now, after you have that written down, you want to go back to your taper candles and you want to write on the taper candle. If you want to use the 7-day velones instead, you can write on these and write what you want. Protection. Shut your mouth. I don't want anybody talking bad about me. I want everybody that talks about me to talk about me in a good way, blah, blah, blah. You can write it down on these. This is the advantage of having these 7-day candles for the spells. But since I use the taper candles for the spell, I just write it down on the spell, like spirit, protection, da 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 da. After you do that for each candle, then you're going to go each, take a little bit, and it doesn't have to be a lot. This whole thing here will probably last me the whole year. or like well into next year, because I only do this spell once a month. And so you take a little bit, you rub it in your hands. So let's say I'm gonna open this, and let's say there's a little bit in here. I open it, put a little bit in my hands. That one is for spirit. I rub my hands, and I rub and dress the candle. Now don't put oil down here, because sometimes the candles won't stick if you're using taper candles. But just, you know, speak to it, rub it, consecrate it. Every time you take a little bit of oil from each, or a little bit of whatever it is, or herbs, or whatever it is that you're using to dress the candle, from each section, make sure that you cleanse your hands and wash your hands, because you don't want one energy to go from one herb or one recipe to the next, because each one of them means something. Each one of them is used for something completely different. Now once that's done, you want to fold the piece of paper coming to you, whatever it is that you asked for. I need a renewal on spirit work. I need a renewal on protection. I need a renewal on health. You want to roll the paper in your direction. You don't want to roll the paper like this away from you, because it's like signifying, get whatever it is I'm writing on the piece of paper, whatever it is that I wrote on the piece of paper, away from me. And once you do that, once you have the piece of paper rolled up, you're going to take your mirror, and you're going to put the mirror facing the piece of paper or your cardboard, whatever it is that you use to write your petition, and you're going to put it under the table or under the plate that you're using, just like this. You could put it in the middle, or you can put it close to the protection, closer to love, closer to whatever it is that you're petitioning for the new moon. You put it under the plate, and then once you do that, then you can start lighting, you know, sticking your candles. Your candles will be lit. You place your candles, and then you can put it on your working altar. You could place the candle in whatever direction you feel fit in your house. Light the candle and just let it burn. And that is your new moon ritual. Now for the residue, once the candle is over and done with, and the candle is done burning, you can either offer the wax back to Mother Earth, bury it somewhere. Don't just throw it out, because that's like throwing away all your work. So I would not recommend that. Also, another thing that I do is that I keep my purse open while the candles are burning, because that signifies that whatever it is that I'm asking for, whatever renewal I'm asking for, is going into my purse, is going into me, it's going into whatever I'm asking it, especially money and frequency. Another thing that you can do, which I do, is that I put real money, like nickels, cents, dimes, around the money candle, and that should give it a little bit more of a boost. So I hope you guys enjoyed my explanation. I'm trying to think to see if I missed anything. Oh, before you start the spell, make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that you've taken a shower. Make sure that you are, make sure that your body's leveled out, because this takes a lot of energy. To do this period takes a lot of energy, and so you want to make sure that your belly's full. You're working on a full stomach, and you can leave them burning overnight, or you can leave the candles dressed on your altar or on your working altar overnight, and then the next night you can light them up. But that night has to be whenever you light these candles, it has to be the day of the new moon. So you can prepare this the day before, leave it charging, and then light it up the next day. That's another way that you can do it. Just so that it can continue to take energy and the energy flow. I think that's all. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below or leave your comments. You guys can email me. I'm not doing spell work right now, but this would be a spell work that I would offer to clients that I see them going through a rough patch, and they want to start off a new beginning, new things. They want new things coming into their life. So the new moon would be a spell that I will definitely be offering, even though I'm not offering that right now, but I will let you guys know as soon as I can offer it. So blessings and love to all of you guys, and have a wonderful and happy new moon. Bye.